Okay, guys, I need to put you onto something, and it's something I really think that the supernatural audience is going to like. It's called Reign of Shadows and Endings by Melissa K. Rorick. An instant part New York Times bestseller. It originally blew up on Book Talk, like tens of thousands of reviews. Major fan obsession energy. If you love dark romantasy, which I didn't know was a thing, but it is, with serious world building, this one delivers. Fae, dragons, gods, shifters, vampires. Basically everything that a supernatural fan could want. Plus a really unique twist with modern technology woven into the fantasy world. And the tropes, oh man, don't get me started on the tropes. You got fated mates, enemies with benefits, morally gray characters like Rich, touch her and die, forced proximity, truly all the good stuff. But what really stands out is the emotional depth. The main character is dealing with anxiety and depression in a way that actually shapes the story, so it hits on a deeper level while giving you, that addictive, dramatic romance. Also, if you're a special edition person, there's a gorgeous deluxe version with stenciled edges, foil details, and full color character art from Kensington Publishing. It's on sale now, so if you've been looking for your next fantasy binge, this is it. Reign of Shadows and Endings by Melissa K. Rorick. You can find it anywhere books are sold, in print and in ebook.
Insurance isn't one size fits all, and shopping for it shouldn't feel like squeezing into something that just doesn't fit. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they show you options that fit your budget. Enough hunting for discounts, trying to calculate rates, and tinkering with coverages. Maybe you're picking out your very first policy. Or maybe you're just looking for something that works better for you and your family. Either way, they make it simple to see your options. No guesswork, no surprises. Ready to see how easy and fun shopping for car insurance can be? Visit Progressive.com and give the Name Your Price tool a try. Take the stress out of shopping and find coverage that fits your life on your terms. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
In 2005, two brothers hit the road searching for their father and ended up fighting demons, ghosts, monsters, angels, and preventing the apocalypse.
Over 15 seasons, Supernatural became more than just a television series. It became a fandom, a community, and for many people, a chosen family.
I'm Richard Speight Jr. I played the Trickster, Gabriel, Loki, and I also directed a number of episodes along the way.
And I'm Rob Benedict. I played Chuck Shirley, who was later revealed to be God.
Spoiler alert. Now, we spent years making the show, but we never actually sat down and watched every single episode in order until now.
And this season, we're diving into season 9, the fallout of the angel trials and the fall of heaven, secret possessions and broken trust, and a whole new war between angels, demons, and the Winchester brothers.
Each week, we'll revisit every episode alongside the actors, writers, directors, editors, composers, and a whole slew of crew members who helped bring the series to life.
We'll share behind-the-scenes stories, revisit unforgettable moments, and talk about what happened on set, preserving the history of this iconic show.
Now, fair warning, just like Rob proved a few seconds ago, there will be spoilers.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, there will be. And remember, this is our first real watch-through of the series, so if we forget a plot point, mix up some lore, or don't know what happens 3 episodes from now, that's just part of the ride.
So join us as we fire up the Impala once again, hit the open road, and continue our journey through Season 9 of Supernatural. Hi, everybody. It's Rob Benedict.
And Richard Speight Jr.
And we're talking about Season 9, Episode 3, I'm No Angel.
Do you think this song is named after the Greg Allman song?
Probably.
I'm no angel.
Probably. Was there a movie, like an 80s movie called like We're No Angels?
I don't know.
Yes, come on. It was a comedy where they're priests. We're No Angels? Come on. Or maybe they're just angels.
Starring Tom Bosley and
Exactly. Now you're getting it.
And Steven Dorff.
Hey, don't forget to follow the podcast on Instagram to see cool video clips of the guests. Not just us.
Go on.
Not just us, but our guests. All right, let's get into this Misha Collins heavy episode, which I always love seeing a lot of Misha.
People love the Collins.
In the aftermath of the fall, angels roam Earth, searching for Castiel, who is now fully human and living under the alias Clarence.
So I have a question. I want to get to this, and maybe people who listen to this podcast will yell at the radio as I say this, but he lost his angel grace.
Yeah.
Doesn't that just make him Jimmy Novak?
He's still Castiel, but he's Castiel without the grace. So Castiel is still inside Jimmy Novak, but he just doesn't have his angel juice.
Yeah, but what's weird is like, well, I'm going to leap ahead here because we'll get to this part, but she stabs him.
And he dies.
No light comes shooting out of him because his grace is gone.
That's true.
He dies. Isn't that just Jimmy Novak's? How is that killing an angel?
I'm not totally sure, and I'm talking out of my ass here. I'm not totally sure. But in the same way that Tomo is inside Jared.
But Tomo still has all his powers.
But what I'm saying is, like, when he first got in there, he was like loosey-goosey on powers.
Well, why could he heal now?
Well, now he's getting more powers. He's getting his power back. That's the whole reason he's inside Jared. He's getting more powers back.
Okay, I'm confused. I thought he was inside Jared to heal Jared.
But he's also healing himself. He was like, I think the longer he stays in there, it makes him more powerful too.
Huh.
So while helping a church-run homeless shelter, Castiel discovers 2 murdered priests in the graveyard, their eyes burned out by angels hunting them.
Yeah, I really want to say a shout out to all the people who work on the church grounds that nobody noticed blood slapped across a stone monument.
Yeah.
Leading up to a mere like 2 feet above that.
Yeah.
2 dudes impaled on a fence. I just want to point out that in the broad daylight, this is not the breakfast shift. This is like
I think it was a priest and a nun, right?
Mid-lunch.
Yeah, and no one's going, where's Father Phil?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He didn't make it to lunch. Realizing he's in danger, Castiel, he flees before they can find him.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Sam and Dean continue hiding the injured angel Ezekiel inside Sam's body. Ezekiel warns Dean that a faction of angels led by Bartholomew is organizing to track down Castiel. Now, is Bartholomew, do we know this guy?
I don't.
Yeah, it's funny. I'd never seen that guy before. He's got a good look. He looks like a Bartholomew.
I just want to say, I did not know this director.
Same.
Kevin Hooks, I think was the name.
Same. I had to rewind.
I thought he did a great job. I enjoyed everything about this episode in terms of like how it was shot and stuff. I thought it was cool.
Right. Well, we'll get to that. I want to hear about that, but let me get through this one. Dean promises to handle it without involving Sam, who remains unaware of Ezekiel's presence. Elsewhere, Bartholomew recruits followers through the online sermons of Reverend Buddy Boyle. He looked like someone I knew.
Yeah, he looked familiar. I thought so too.
He convinces humans to willingly serve as angel vessels, though many cannot survive possession. One young woman explodes after failing to contain an angel, but Bartholomew coldly dismisses her death as an acceptable loss. What do you think of that? Gross, eh?
Yeah. Well, really well done.
Well, yeah, I bet you'll think twice before you go into a weird religious guy and say, hey, I'll do it.
Come on inside me.
Castiel takes shelter with homeless people living beneath a bridge. One night, an angel attacks him and cuts his arm. Shocked to discover Castiel's human, the angel hesitates long enough for Castiel to kill him with his angel blade.
Yeah, that was violent, Cass.
Sam and Dean investigate the murdered priests and another angel killing, hoping the crimes will lead them to Castiel. Their search points them towards Detroit. Unknown to them, Bartholomew hires a reaper named Maurice.
That reaper looked like he was not to be trifled with.
That reaper, yeah, I was totally scared.
Well, you gotta do to reaper a couple of broads already.
Maurice.
He was great. I liked him.
Yeah, great name too. So he's going to follow the Winchester, believing that eventually they'll lead him to Castiel. As Castiel struggles with hunger and loneliness, a woman named April offers him food and kindness.
Oh, April.
She later invites him to her apartment because that's what you do.
Come on.
Come on, homeless guy. Come on into my apartment.
I've known you minutes. Come on in.
Now, before I knew the reveal on April, who's an actress that I actually worked with on a movie, if anyone's following along at home, and I thought, this is such a bad idea. The next morning, however, April reveals that she stole his angel blade. She's actually a reaper working for Bartholomew.
I know, but it's not a total loss. I mean, they did get to do the onky the night before. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I knew you'd be thinking that way. Meanwhile, Sam and Dean realize they're being followed.
Played a quick round to hide the sausage, you know what I'm saying?
So it's not all bad. Sure.
I'm saying, I know it's not, he's probably a little bummed, but.
Yeah, no, they did make whoopee. They were able to make whoopee before.
And Bob Eubanks as our host on Newlywed Game.
Meanwhile, Sam and Dean realize they're being followed and capture Maurice. During interrogation, they learn Naomi is dead, and Bartholomew has taken command of many of the fallen angels. After Maurice gives them all the information he has. The brothers kill him. Frustrated by their inability to find Castiel, Dean secretly asks Ezekiel for help. Although Castiel's Enochian warding prevents angels from locating him directly, Ezekiel helps Dean identify Reaper activity connected to Bartholomew.
I'm going to call out Jared Padalecki. Some good acting here.
I was just going to say the same thing.
And the director with a really great shot to help him out.
Yeah.
Like the pan across Dean where he it's Sam. It's Sam. It's not Sam. That's Ezekiel. Oh.
Yeah. No, it's great. Back at April's apartment, the Reaper tortures Castiel with his own angel blade, demanding information about Metatron and the spell that casts the angels out of heaven.
It would have been such a bummer for her if the meat suit hadn't been Jimmy Novak, but had been Rob Benedict, because she'd have pulled out the blade and like, give me your answers. And you'd been like, oh, we're doing this now? Okay, sure. I don't have your answers. Cut your chest. Like, ooh, okay.
You mean it like a crossover for my movie?
It's getting real. I just think Benedict would have been
it would have been a great Benedict scene. Ow, okay, all right.
She tried to, I need answers. Oh, I bet you do, you rascal. You're going to have to keep stabbing me with that love knife.
Anyway, so Castiel explains that Metatron stole his grace to complete the spell and insists that he may be the key to reversing it. Sam and Dean arrive just as April stabs Castiel through the chest with the angel blade. The brothers kill April, but Castiel dies from the wound. Desperate, Dean allows Ezekiel to take control of Sam's body and heal Castiel, restoring him to life. Jared's doing such a great job at doing that, and you totally believe it. When Castiel awakes, he realizes Dean is hiding something. Dean lies, claiming he made a deal with April to save him.
That lie was great, by the way. Jensen did a great job kind of making up a story to both those fellas.
100%. Castiel immediately recognizes Dean as being dishonest, but Dean refuses to explain further. The brothers bring Castiel back to the Men of Letters bunker. Castiel awkwardly discusses experiences as a human, including his relationship with April, amusing Dean and Sam. However, Ezekiel soon possesses Sam again and warns Dean that Castiel cannot stay.
No.
If angels discover Castiel at the bunker, Ezekiel says, Ezekiel told me that he'll be forced to leave Sam's body, which would cause Sam to die.
Yep.
Reluctantly, Dean tells Castiel he has to leave. Hurt and confused, Castiel quietly accepts the decision and walks away, once again alone in the human world. I like it. I think it would been a good spin-off for Castiel, this kind of thing.
A human, he walks among us type thing?
Yeah, it's kind of a human angel who walks among us, yeah. And I love that he's actually a decent guy, and I like the little mini conversations about faith. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. No, me too. I thought the scene in the church was great. The woman was great.
It really was a great scene. Yeah, it wasn't in my my rundown, but yeah, he runs into a lady at the church and he's like, yeah, what if I told you heaven's gone? And she was like, well, that's your truth. It's not what faith is about.
Very well done. Like your truth. It's your truth. Yeah.
Well, do you want to get into it?
Sure. R. Rob and Rich. Ratings. Again, some really nice directing on hand here. Great performances by the boys. I thought the guest stars are great. The woman in the church, one scene, she's great.
Yeah.
The gal that you had a thing for when you did a movie with her, she did a nice job.
I never said that.
What? Well, you didn't have to. The pastor, the televangelist, he was great. Bartholomew was great. Maurice. Yeah, man, I enjoyed the whole thing. I saw some really good. When it started, I'm like, I don't know what this is going to be, but I ended up enjoying it a lot. I don't think even the gal who exploded, like the kind of innocent churchgoer.
Oh, yeah, she was good too, yeah.
I thought the guy, it was a great line, like, do you ever get tired of urinating? I thought the guy that was like the straight man to that joke was great.
100%.
He just stood there, going,
yeah, that was great.
I know what beard I'm giving it. What thoughts and feelings do you have about Rob? Do you know?
I just always like watching Misha. I think Misha's a really interesting performer to watch, and I like the character Castiel a lot.
Oh, agreed.
And I love a fish out of water story, which is kind of what that character always is.
Very much so.
But it wasn't really till afterwards. I'm like, I really like that one. It was a solid episode. And so, I agree with you on all points. Everyone was great and had some really good themes in it, and everything kind of like. Besides your question about the angel, I guess that was the only sort of like the thing that you were unclear about. But
well, I mean, the Novak part of it all.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I do think I think I have a valid point.
Yeah.
But I don't know. how to reconcile that. I don't know what the answer is.
No, I know.
We might not be able to reconcile it here today, Robert.
No, that's not going to happen today. So what kind of beer do you give it then?
I'm giving such a long way to go.
Oh, yeah. Mike McDonald.
You don't know me, but I'm your brother.
Okay.
Michael McDonald, everybody.
All right.
Giving him the little Michael McDonald, which, by the way, is a solid beard.
Yeah.
Any episode of TV would be lucky to get a Michael McDonald.
Yeah.
But I'm going to the Michael McDonald because I feel like
I would even say that in an alternate reality, the Michael McDonald would be one of our top beards.
it's a strong beard. I actually think it's a really strong episode.
Yeah.
I think it's really
I
fun
agree.
and unique, and there's some humor, some drama, great acting by our fellers, Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles. But also, like, it's like, I just see pie. The rest of it is blah, blah, blah. It's a well-written episode, a lot of humor, some drama.
Yeah.
Castiel as the human's great.
Yep.
Again, the woman in the church, great. Bartholomew, the televangelist, the gal you had a thing for. Everybody is a nice job. And it's just good work.
I'm going to give it, I know you're curious because you keep not asking me, but I'm going to give it.
Well, you don't have time, Robbie. Thanks, everybody, for listening. We'll see you next week.
Story of my life. I'm going to give it the Momoa, another solid beard.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Wow, you seem disappointed with my Momoa.
I'm just trying to picture his beard.
He's never without a beard. I think Momoa without a beard like the beard makes his look.
Well, that's your Moa. My Moa. Okay, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I'm showing a picture right now. Speaking of good-looking blondes, our guest today is someone very special that I think people are going to be happy that we've got him. That's right, everyone. It's Misha Collins himself. Castiel has joined us for conversation.
There was nobody else available?
Nobody. I tried Shannon. We did the movie together. Tried her.
We went down the list?
Down the list.
Do you pronounce her last name Lucio?
I think Lucia.
Lucia? Soft C, as they say.
That was a long time ago. Say Goodnight was the name of the movie. Say Goodnight.
Everybody check out Say Goodnight.
All right, so here's our conversation with Misha Collins. Misha, this was such a great episode for you. I'm No Angel, season 9. I always love to see you too. Like, this is an interesting turn where you're basically a human.
Here's my question. Why aren't you Jimmy Novak? If you don't have any angel grace, why aren't you Jimmy Novak?
Please don't pull at the thread.
I just want to know.
I know.
Take it up with the writers, will you?
And then our producer said Jimmy Novak is basically dead. Like you took over his meat suit.
No, when is Jimmy Novak dead?
Nobody knows. That's the problem.
No. Wait, have you watched the episode yet where where Jimmy Novak gets to say goodbye to his family?
Yeah.
No, we have not.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
What season was that?
That was
Your Majesty.
That was probably season 7, 6, 7.
Okay, well, no one is going to remember that something happened 3 seasons ago.
Especially not on this Supernatural Rewatch podcast.
Not us. Not these two.
Just hold that thought. We're coming right back.
You need Mint Mobile if you want to save money on your wireless bill. There, I said it. And if you have kids, which I do, I have 3 of them, you can save big money. I'm telling you, these wireless bills can get out of control fast, especially with teens. Teens, they're the worst. Well, put them on a Mint Mobile plan. They'll get everything they need. You'll get everything you need. Crisp, clear connections, and a ton of data. So you got to stop overpaying for wireless. I know why you're doing it. You're doing it because that's just how it's always been done. Well, Mint Mobile is here to rescue you with premium wireless plans that start at $15 a month. In this day and age, are you kidding me? Gas is practically $15 a gallon. $15 a month for a cell phone bill, that's a screaming deal. And all plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. So bring your own phone and your current number. You activate with an eSIM in minutes and you start saving money immediately. No long-term contracts, no hassle. You're not locked into anything. So ditch overpriced wireless and get 3 months of premium wireless service from Mint Mobile for $15 a month. I got to tell you something. It works for the Spate family. You know how teens are. We've been over that. Well, put them on a lockdown plan where they're getting everything they need out of a cell phone, but you're not paying for a bunch of junk. The cell phone works like gangbusters, and you're going to thank me. You'll be glad you did. So if you like your money, like I like my money, Mint Mobile is for you. If you don't like money, hey, go to the casinos, go blow it on a bunch of crap. But I say don't do that. I say sign up with Mint, and you can do that easily. All you got to do is shop plans at mintmobile.com/SPNTAN. That's mintmobile.com/SPNTAN. You're welcome. Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, 5 gigabyte plan required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customer offer for first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details.
Starting or growing your own business can be intimidating and lonely at times. Your to-do list may feel endless with new tasks, and lists can easily begin to overrun your life. So finding the right tool that not only helps you out, but simplifies everything as a built-in business partner can be a game changer. For millions of businesses, that tool is Shopify. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from household names like Gymshark, Rare Beauty, and Heinz, to brands just getting started. Shopify has hundreds of ready-to-use templates that can help you build a beautiful online store that matches your brand's style. And you can tackle all the important tasks in one place, from inventory to payments to analytics and more. No need to save multiple websites or try to figure out what platform is hosting the tool that you need. And if people haven't heard about your brand, you can get the word out like you have a marketing team behind you, with easy-to-run email and social media campaigns to reach customers wherever they're scrolling or strolling. Start your business today with the industry's best business partner, Shopify, and start hearing. Sign up for your $1 per month trial today at shopify.com/realm. Go to shopify.com/realm. That's shopify.com/realm.
Thanks for listening. Now, back to the episode.
At this point, are you a series regular?
Yeah, I am a series regular.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't show on screen.
No, it shows. I saw a lack of choices being made. There's
a disregard for the filmmaking process.
Certain I have a single banger, I'm good kind of approach to.
But was this an exciting evolution for you to play with your character?
Well, I really loved the whole human turn that Castiel had. You know, I felt like that was fun. Cass is finally having sex. I'm finally taking my shirt off, which I think probably was what you guys loved most about the episode.
Oh, it's great. Well, honestly, what I really admired is that, honestly, this is an honest to God. I was looking at you with your shirt all the way open. You get stabbed. Even that looks good. You looked ripped.
Oh, nice.
You look tan. Did you get a tan?
Of course I did.
Yeah. And I thought to myself, well, I should have been ripped for the boys. I should have been absolutely ripped when I did the boys. I feel like
I think people were staring at your wang, Rob. I don't think
they'd be as disgusted if I took Misha Collins. If I lived Misha Collins' life and I was really, because you really were, but your body looks good.
I mean, I think I probably, my kids watched the episode. I watched it last night, and I watched it with my kids.
Oh, great.
They never watched Supernatural. They've seen maybe 3 episodes ever, and they watched, and Mason they were sitting on my bed watching with me, and they were kind of cuddling, and it was very sweet. And Mason said, "Dad, you never had abs, huh?" when it came to that scene.
Wow.
And I was like, what are you talking about? I'm absolutely
Look at that.
jacked. I'm totally cut. This rippling, sinuous mass, muscles under taut skin. What are you talking about? And she was like, "No, Dad, that's not like that. You just look skinny."
Yeah, there's such a truth from children, I think, that we have to, honor.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'm never going to say anything positive about her looks again.
Yeah. She just shot that balloon out of the sky, didn't she?
But I absolutely worked my ass off to get in shape for that scene. I starved myself.
Yeah, well, it showed.
Wow.
In a good way.
I don't remember you being portly, though. Did you have to lose, shed a few pounds for that?
It's not portly. It's
cherubic, curvy.
Bony. So this is your first, well, you did that one in season 5 or 4 or 5 where you're like the guru guy.
Right.
And you're kind of DTF in that one. Castiel is because you're not really Castiel.
Yeah.
But this is the first time we really got to get to see you do the deed.
Yeah. I felt very short-lived. We didn't get to have Cass have sex much.
No, it's a shame. And a shame we didn't get to see.
Oh, shucks.
I often call Cass gay, but Cass was apparently at least a little bit bisexual, I guess.
Yeah.
Good point.
I forget about that fact.
Yeah.
Yes, in my memory, I always had this, because she ends up tying him up.
Rubenesque. That was the word I was trying to remember. Rubenesque.
Finally.
Good. So glad you thought of that.
Yeah. And also him like blurting that out several minutes later, clear indication that he hasn't been listening to a word we've been saying.
No.
Hey,
and that's
I'm
why
not a series regular. I have to work for a living. I got to come up with the word Rubenesque.
That's why we never get nominated this podcast.
I had in my head that was like a more coerced conjugal experience there because of the whole, tying up and stabbing.
Sure.
That's what stuck in my memory. But apparently there was like a volunteer aspect in the.
Yeah. Well, I said I'm glad she ended up being like not an actual person because I would never want to glorify taking a stranger in off the streets and going to bed with him first night. I think that's a bad call.
Yeah. It seemed a little dodgy. I also pointed that out to the kids. That scene on.
Don't ever do that.
Like, it's probably like, no matter how much your heart goes out to a homeless guy on the streets.
Here's a question for you. Do you notice a difference now that we're in season 9 and you have been around for 3 showrunners? I guess more Sarah than Eric, but do you notice a difference in how the show is functioning in terms of your end of things? I know you guys don't have writers on set per se, but the Carver years, is there a noticeable difference in tone of material or anything else?
So we've just season 9 here, the beginning of season 9, we've just started year. Didn't Sarah Sarah had a 2-year tenure, right?
She had 6 and 7.
Right.
And so you had Carver for 8.
So I've had 1 year of Carver at this point. I really, to be honest, my 6th year was great. But season 7 was not my favorite because they killed me.
Right.
And I was told I wasn't coming back at the beginning of the season. So,
right.
Yeah, it blows.
That colors my affinity for that particular era in the series. I really liked Jeremy, and I thought that he was a good storyteller.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, very much so.
I don't know. I don't need to speak of him in the past tense. He's sadly
still a good storyteller.
Still doing it. Yeah. And then when did he leave? After 9?
No, I think he was around for a little longer than that.
Through like 11, I think, or something, right?
Right. That's right.
Andrew Dabb takes over. I know that.
Yeah. Watching this back, were there any memories of like specific like things that were hard to film or things that were funny to film or
that bus scene and the homeless scenes we filmed downtown Vancouver. It was cold. It was super late night. So it was one of those supernatural shoots, right? Downtown Vancouver.
Right.
Like where the actual Hastings homeless people are mingling in with the back.
Right, you can't really tell. They're in line at the makeup trailer. For what it's worth, we really like this episode. We like it a lot. I think it's a great episode.
A lot that's working really well. And there's a lot of the drama, the comedy. Do you remember the director, Kevin Hooks?
Yeah, I've never heard of him.
We did not somebody we're familiar with, but he does a great job.
Yeah, he was great. I liked him a lot. I think he went on fairly soon after this episode. I believe they tried to get him back, but he was producer director on another show, if I'm not mistaken.
That would make sense. He's really great. In fact, he had a shot. Rob, we didn't really talk about this in our review, but in the fight sequence that takes place with Misha's tied to the chair and the boys show up to that fight. That fight's great.
Yeah.
Like it's a great fight. And they have that overhead shot of Jared going into the closet that I thought was really cool.
Oh, man.
That was quite a toss.
Yeah.
It was quite a toss.
Yeah.
And we also think Jared's doing a great job playing the 2 different characters and
tapping into his inner Tomo Piniquette.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But fans say that this is a turning point for Castiel.
They do?
Really?
Yeah. Fans often point to this episode as a major turning point for Castiel. But looking back, how important do you think this episode was for your character's evolution?
I think it's key for Castiel's evolution, as the fans say, apparently, although I'm taking your word at this, so I don't know.
Sure. Well, then
I'm out, man. I don't
I
remember.
know.
The fans didn't
I
tell
know.
me
We
this.
know that. We know that. You checked out.
This little chapter in Castiel's arc is important because he is gaining firsthand insight into the human experience. This is
right.
a little window where he actually gets to see what it's like to be a human and to actually feel things like hunger and arousal and everything in between. And that, I think, really shapes his relationship to humanity from this point forward. And I think his relationship to Dean and all of that, all of it is kind of wrapped up in this touchstone of experience that he has here.
Yeah. I can see that. And honestly, Misha, when I was watching it, I thought this would be a great spin-off episode for your character. Like, it's an interesting thing, like an ex-angel.
Yeah.
He walks among us. That was our pitch. He walks among us.
Yeah.
Walks among us.
Which could be evil or good or bad.
Right. Could go either way, just like Misha.
Yeah. It's funny. I had an idea for a spinoff when I was toying with the idea of a spinoff back in the day and didn't end up pursuing it, but it would have been something like that. Like, Cass is a totally powerless angel who is simply able to tap into the knowledge and veteran experience, and then shepherd along, a little cabal of young hunters. But not walking around with the ability to teleport. And
why were you less interested in doing a spinoff? Because you felt like the character had run its course?
When we were wrapping season 15, I think we were all just ready to be done. And I was having conversations with Mark Pedowitz at that point, or should I say not conversations, but Mark Pedowitz was tapping me on the shoulder saying, "So what do you think about a spinoff? You want to talk about a spinoff?" And I did not. I wanted to do something else. 12, it would have been 12 years at that point. And I think for the same reasons that we ended the show, I didn't want to do a spinoff,
Right. Of course. Yeah, that makes sense. But man,
now in hindsight, I'm like,
what was I thinking?
Yeah, smart move.
I just think I think it is a really interesting character. And like, I can see you like also like solving crimes, like sort of a Murder, She Wrote kind of show as well, like it just like a quirky, like crime solving character, used to be an angel.
Like in that scene where he's picking up trash and then looks up.
That's all he does.
Incredible sleuthing work.
Well, Rich and I were saying,
there's a lot that works in that.
Nobody else noticed the two giant adult male bodies.
You're taking the words out of my mouth. I said there's a lot that works in this episode. However, the observation skills of anyone within a 20-block radius of that church needs to be seriously questioned, because there are two people who are about, you're 6 feet tall, they're about 8 feet off the ground. Like, they're not even that high. And they didn't frame it in such a way to imply that they were somehow hidden in an alcove. No, they did not.
They're on a billboard on the freeway.
It was the kind of thing where it's like, hey, you guys, were these two dead priests always here?
I'd never look to my left all day.
But I like the fact that Castiel is a do-gooder person. That as a person, even without that, he's picking up trash and,
Well, one of the scenes that Rob and I called out being really, I thought, one of the standouts of this episode is the scene you have in the church with the grieving wife. It's a really charming and well-written scene and an interesting examination of faith. Like, it's good writing, it's deep writing.
Yeah.
She was a good guest star, too. Like,
she was great. We were saying she had one scene and she was fantastic.
Yeah.
And the writing was cool. It was probing an issue that, talking about Castiel kind of coming to terms with humanity in this episode. This is one of those moments where it really is an interesting intersection between him grappling with what he knows to be the truth and where faith and truth intersect, and how that plays out in the mind and consciousness of humanity. I thought it was a really interesting conversation.
Yeah, it was well written. Who wrote this episode?
Eugenie and Brad.
Brad.
Yeah, it was good. That was a great thing. It was well written.
Yeah.
And also Castiel was impugning your character in that scene, Rob.
Yeah.
Talked
about God too.
Well, that's sort of what I meant when I said.
Oh, I thought you meant Rob Benedict as a person. He was getting skewered somehow.
So, this is it. This is what I deal with, Misha.
This is what people sign up for. They don't want to hear crap about the show. They want the magic, the Robin Rich magic.
Anyway, you weren't a regular last year, but you are this year.
No, I was a regular the year before, season 8.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was only not a regular in seasons 4 and 7.
Okay.
Do you now have job security? Like now that you're doing the show, season 9, do you feel like if this gets picked up, I'm sticking around? Or is every season a worry for you?
No, I think I was starting to get a little cocky at this point because they had tried to kill me, and then the network president had said, you got to bring that guy back.
Right.
That just imbues a person with a little bit of extra swagger.
That's the guy you want in your corner right there. You want a Pedowitz and Peter Roth in your corner.
And so now you're a regular through the rest of the series.
Yeah.
Nice.
And when do you direct?
This season.
Well, you got to come on and talk about that. That's got to be cool.
It was cool. It was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to talk about that. Watching it back, was there anything that you would like, oh, I wish I would have done that different. I wish I could.
Well, the performance. Yeah.
Other than the obvious.
No, your performance was great, man. It's so great. And it's not easy to play that. And you do it well. And within Castiel's, I was saying I love the character because it's a fish out of water. I love the fish out of water character. But within that fish out of water trope, you play different versions of the character, grace, no grace, dead, alive, possessed, not possessed.
Jimmy Novak, not
good,
Jimmy
bad,
Novak.
Not Jimmy Novak. So I can see that at work. I can see that at work in your performance, though. I can see that.
A lot of different lanes to take in this character, which is, you think about shows that are long-running shows, but it's like you're the detective the whole time.
Right.
Like you get to wear a lot of hats in this show. That had to be creatively fulfilling.
That made it a lot more fun. Script to script, there was always something new. I felt like toward the end, the last couple of seasons, it started to get a little homogenous feeling. Like it didn't seem like we were doing that many different iterations of things. And perhaps that was part of why we were ready to be done too. Like it was starting to feel a little less fun, a little less varied, a little less interesting.
Interesting.
15 years is a long time to do something, man. Like, not just, stories, but it's very possible that you three felt like you'd done it. You'd checked a lot of boxes at the end of 15 years to be
and
sure.
Not just 15 seasons, but 15 seasons of 23 episodes a season.
Yeah.
And then, so recently, before we let you go, we have to talk to you about this. Recently, you had a reunion where you and Jared and Jensen were all in an episode of The Boys.
The Boys.
Oh, yeah. And I finally watched that episode, and it was super fun, and you were super fun in it.
That was a fun episode overall. There are so many things that are just uncanny parallels in their satire of the Trump administration, with Homelander being the proxy for Trump.
Yeah.
There are so many things that happened this year. Like, for example, all of these tech bros unveiled a giant gold statue of Trump.
What?
At Mar-a-Lago. A giant gold
You don't know about that?
of Trump.
No, I know about the one in the real life, the Trump statue, and then they did a parallel.
And 2 days later or 2 days before, it was like 2 days between the airing of the episode in which they unveil a giant gold statue of Homelander on The Boys. Something which had been written 2 years prior and filmed 12 months before.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And, they forecasted the internment camps and
Wow.
And what were the other things? There are a handful of other things that were just uncanny parallels.
Yeah. It's insane.
Yeah. But Eric,
that's insane.
Eric is really good about that, sort of like knowing when he's told what he wants to of the story and then moving on. He did it Supernatural. He's like, well, if you guys want to carry on without me, go for it. But I did what I want to do here. Now I want to go do something else.
Yeah.
He did the same thing with The Boys, and I think he did it in a kind of brilliant way, which is he wrapped that up, but he also teed up Jensen as Soldier Boy for a spinoff, right?
Yeah.
So the show and that pipeline of production can carry on, but not with him having to like carry on with carrying that creative load, which is very, very savvy.
Yeah,
man, he's a smart guy, smart writer.
Yeah, he really is.
Prescient.
And a good leader. Good leader. He knows how to run a show and just a nice guy.
Indeed.
Well, you're great in it. That was fun to see you guys together too, playing 3 completely different characters.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I haven't seen it, but I bet it's great. Can't wait to see it.
Do you believe him, Misha? Do you believe him?
I'm going to see it at some point. I'm going to watch The Boys. I have seen all of everything, but I haven't seen season 5. So I will at some point.
It was fun to be like plunked down. We didn't know. So Rich, spoiler alert, but there's the scene that we shoot, Jared Jensen and I shoot in The Boys takes place in Los Angeles, and Jared's character was a sort of B movie star. And he has this big mansion and he's a superhero. And I'm his like superhero buddy. And we're hanging out at the mansion, presumably, banging chicks and doing drugs. And we're sitting around this table in this big mansion. I'm sitting around this table in the big mansion with a bunch of celebrities.
Like actual celebrities.
All of whom get killed in this episode. But we didn't know who they were going to be. It was sort of like who can they get to play the role? So they had just like placeholder names in the script. And then it was more or less like arriving there to discover who was there. But it was,
Seth Rogen.
I'm sitting around the table with people, all of whom have been on Saturday Night Live, either as cast members or as hosts.
Yeah.
They're all like storied and successful career improvisers. And basically we do 2 takes of the scene, and then Phil Segrisha and Eric Kripke are like, okay, just riff, guys, just improvise. And so then we spent like an hour and a half improvising, and I'm kind of like seat of my pants trying to keep up with these guys in this like really fast-paced, brilliant, I mean, they were brilliant improv.
Wow.
But it was kind of it was one of those moments like, I'm being thrown to the wolves here.
That's hilarious. So when you go back and watch the episode, how much of that improv made it into the show?
It was a lot of improv.
That's awesome.
I had a White Lives Matter joke that made it in,
Hey,
there you go. Good for
you.
you.
There you go. See?
They were great. And they were all super nice guys.
Oh, great.
That's awesome.
Great to know.
And super smart.
That's awesome.
That was cool.
That's awesome.
Oh,
well, I can't wait to watch
cool
you in The
experience.
Boys. And you're great in this episode, Mish.
Oh.
And as Rob said, you're ripped and tan as well. So
well, that's the part that I care about, honestly.
I know.
You do
That's
a
why I
nice
had
job.
to say something. Yeah.
Yeah. But we talk about the acting second. We want to really
First you go to the body.
beef up your ego with the body talk and then get to the heart of the matter. You know what I mean? But nice work. And you got to come back when your episode comes up and you've directed it, your directing debut.
I cannot wait.
Because we obviously want to hear about your directing process, but we also want to hear about all of the crap that got thrown your way.
The infamous
during the process.
Treatment.
I can't wait to unburden myself of that trauma experience. Yeah. And my only request is that when we do that Zoom call, I would like you both to be shirtless.
Okay.
Done.
Got it.
Deal.
Yeah.
Easy.
we'll
You're doing us a favor.
Yeah.
Thank you, Misha. Thanks for doing this, buddy.
Thanks, man. Thanks for doing this.
Bye, guys.
Ciao.
We'll be right back.
Study and play come together on a Windows 11 PC. And for a limited time, college students get the best of both worlds. Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
Zootopia 2 has come home to Disney Plus.
Let's go!
Get ready for a new case.
We're gonna crack this case and prove we're the greatest partners of all time!
New friends.
You are Gary the Snake. And your last name? The Snake.
Dream Team. New habitats.
Zootopia has a secret reptile population.
You can watch the record-breaking phenomenon at home.
You're clearly working at
Zootopia 2, now available on Disney Plus, rated PG.
Hey there, thanks for listening. Now, back to the episode.
Well, what a treat.
What a treat. Misha Collins, everyone.
Misha Collins wearing a shirt.
Wearing a shirt and still looking good. I mean, look, he's a good-looking man, and he is aging well.
Well, I mean, it certainly has a heck of a filter on that camera. And it's doing the Lord's
something's
work.
Going right.
No, it's great to have Misha here for this conversation. Really fun to hear his perspective on all things. And I didn't know until you said this, because you didn't either until you read it, that fans consider this a turning point episode.
Yeah, I liked your reaction to that. We're like, what are you talking about? Where do you get that from? Who do you think you
BS are you spewing, Benedict? This is the kind of crap that makes me want to quit. All right, it's great talking to Misha.
Always,
I love talking
always.
to Misha. When's it not a treat to talk to Misha? And you know, he had a little bit of an impact on the show, a little bit.
I think most people who watch the show remember that character.
I think several people who watch would be able to pick him out of the lineup for sure. Nonetheless, we must forge forward, Rob.
We must.
To other segments that we have promised the good people who listen to this podcast. The next one being mythology. The
main antagonist of this episode is the angel Bartholomew. While there isn't a reference to an angel or an angle, that 90 degree that we love to call Bartholomew. While there isn't a reference to the angel named Bartholomew in Christian or Judaic texts, the writer's room still likely took inspiration from the Bible.
Yeah, because there is a Saint Bartholomew who was one of the original 12 apostles of Jesus Christ, frequently identified as Nathaniel in the Gospel of John, which makes total sense because his name is Bartholomew, so they call him Nathaniel. In the same way that our producer, Steve Hine, I often call Chris. He was originally from Cana and was called Israelite, in whom there is no guile, by Jesus, which is a long nickname.
That's a really,
Now I know why the guys deferred to, just fell back to Nathaniel.
Now I get it. Nathaniel's better than that,
according to tradition, he evangelized in India and Armenia. He was brutally martyred by being flayed, which is skinned alive, and beheaded, which is to have your head removed by a bee. It's to have your head removed by Guy B.
There is a second Saint Bartholomew who was an Italian lawyer in the 19th century. He dabbled in the occult and briefly became a satanic priest before dramatically converting back to Catholicism. He repented for his past by dedicating his life to the poor and the rosary.
And they called him Jason.
Wow, that's quite a turn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, well, go figure. I mean, those are mythological at best. But the next group of things we're going to read off the page, they're just fun, flat out fun, which is why we call them fun facts.
The title is a common phrase for someone admitting they aren't perfect and perhaps a little naughty. The title is also the name of the 1933 film starring Mae West, and as Richard proclaimed, a 1987 Greg Allman single.
Oh, I'm Roy Joe.
1989, Robert De Niro and Sean Penn. We're No Angels.
Oh, wow.
They're play ambling New York convicts who escape.
Dude, that's a way better cast than Tom Bosley and Richard Grieco, or whoever I said.
And they wind up priests. They're priests, but really they're convicts. Okay.
The Hungarian title of this episode is Nem vagyok egy angyal, which means I'm not an angel. And then, of course, some angelic reference by the Japanese, obviously, because they are spiritual people, and it's right here.
What are they?
In Japanese. I can't translate it. Robbie?
Oh, man, my Japanese is not as good as it should be, but I guess roughly the happy fun boat that kills you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like the boat was named the SS Angel.
Sure.
You know, I don't know. Just trying to find a tie-in. Well, there's a deleted scene on the season 9 DVD and Blu-ray of Buddy Boyle encouraging his viewers to let angels in.
Interesting. Castiel calls himself Clarence, a name given to him by Meg. She was affectionately comparing Castiel to the simple-minded angel Clarence from the movie It's a Wonderful Life. That was also a funny bit in the...
Yeah, and you know why you can't watch it on the DVD? Because you can't watch it on the bus. You know, you can watch it on the phone when you're on the bus.
Right? Wait, why am I on a bus?
Are you above taking a bus?
Wait, where'd the bus come from?
Or sorry, in the back of your town car.
Where am I going?
Dude, at this point, I don't care. Nobody cares. Sire.
And sometimes they're not fun or facts. Well, guys, what a show.
That was a podcast. I don't care how you slice this up.
That's
There's
fun.
no way to assemble this and say it's not a podcast. You know what I mean?
I laughed. I learned things.
Yeah, you offended people.
And I got Collins'd.
Well, we're plowing through season 9, man.
Season 9 is, honestly, I'm really enjoying myself.
We're underway.
Yeah.
We are underway.
Yeah. This episode of Supernatural features Jared Padalecki as Sam Winchester, Jensen Ackles as Dean Winchester, and Misha Collins as Castiel.
Guest stars include Adam J. Harrington, Shannon Lucio, Kevin Brief, and Artine Brown.
I'm No Angel was written by Brad Buckner and Eugenie Ross Lemming. Directed by Kevin Hooks.
Nice script, nice directing.
Yeah.
Editing by James Pickle.
Hey, the music was by Jay Gruska.
Dialogue editor was Karen Foster.
Executive produced by Robert Singer and Jeremy Carver.
Supernatural was created by, you're not going to believe this, Eric Kripke.
The episode features the following song, Arise My Soul A, by Blair Reinhardt.
This particular episode originally aired on October 22nd, 2013.
This episode of Supernatural Then and Now was hosted and executive produced by Richard Spade Jr. and Rob Benedict.
Produced by Stephen Hine, written by Stephen Hine and Haida Holscher.
And edited and associate produced by Trey Booty.
Oh, I'm Trey Booty, and I cut the episode right now.
Music provided by Tim Wynn.
The episode was recorded with the help of Sonic Fuel Studios.
This podcast is from Story Mill Media.
Follow the podcast on Instagram and YouTube at SPN Then and Now.
And become a member of the podcast to get early access, chat rooms with other podcast fans, and video interviews at patreon.com/SPN Then and Now.
I am so sorry to keep you guys waiting. I was just saying, and then you said, no, you're not. And then I said, well, no, of course I'm not. It's a power play. But
your assistant handed you a note card that said, I am so sorry, names here, for making you to wait. This is so embarrassing. Your name's here. May I offer you a signed copy of my pamphlet and/or novel as a show of my...
So, you're back in the States now, Mish?
I am, yeah.
All right.
Well, that's all the questions we had for the interview. So,
have you done a lot of on-camera sex scenes in your career?
Not a lot for me, no. I've done more jokey sex things.
What do you mean by that? Like,
explain.
It's not I'm not you guys. This is,
hey, Rob, the guest asked you a question. The guest asked you a question.
More things like pleasuring myself kind of thing. You know what I mean?
And what about in a show or movie?
Rich, why don't you ask Misha this next question we've got?
Misha, favorite color? Do you have one?
Yeah, I have two, orange and blue.
Okay.
Oh, great.
Well, dude, it's been great having you on.
Have your kids, Calvin and Audrey, have they watched Supernatural?
Not all. No, they've seen a couple of my things, but not much of it at all. And same with Richard's kids, right?
Yeah, no, they've never seen a frame of it.
Well, you were only in a frame of it. Hey, can I ask you guys a quick question? I know you're trying to get to the questions, and
I'm trying.
What portion, when you're doing this rewatch thing, and then you're conducting the interviews, what portion of the time do you actually watch the episode before you do the interview?
We have to.
I watched the
whole dumb thing.
You do not.
100%. Watch every frame.
Because we have to review it and talk about it.
Oh my God.
I know.
What?
Yeah.
I know.
What a heavy lift.
That's why you passed on this job and sent it to us.
We love telling people that like we weren't anybody's first choice for this job or any job.
Misha, this was an exciting It's an exciting foray for your character. Now at this point,
You've said that 4 times so far, Rob. Did your assistant write all of this? Are you reading right off?
Is this pre-recorded?
Are you actually there?
Oh yeah.
He's talking into his earwig.
Wait, which one's Rob? Oh, I'm not muted. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
Damn it. A lot of people say to us, Robbie, when we travel the world, they say, why are you guys watching online? Why don't you watch the DVDs?
Yeah.
And what say you to that question, Rob?
I don't have a DVD player.
And what if somebody were to say, I will gift you a DVD player?
I don't know where I'd put it.
And what if they were to say, I'm a professional organizer and I can come over and find a place for it?
No, thank you. Please leave me alone.
You've heard it here first, people. Do not even try to help Rob out. He does not want to watch it on DVD.
No, that's not true. The truth is I have a PlayStation that could actually play the Blu-ray.
And what say you to those who say, why don't you watch it on your PlayStation?
Do I own it? Yeah, I think I do own it. I do. Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know, but these are all good questions. But you know what else is a fun fact?
What?
I thought you were going to say we've traveled the world and people have asked us, why aren't all the facts fun?
That's also true.
We watched the one together with your boys, with some of your boys, that you directed that you're also in, playing 2 different characters.
Why were they there?
It was in your living room.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, Frank was there, remember? This is why we don't get nominated.
With a normal family would have, but not in the Spade family. They're not going to do that.
You really asked the hard-hitting question. I was told in advance there weren't going to be controversial.
I'm going off script here. People are freaking out.
It's got to be a lot of your conversations. Doesn't matter that you've seen your father do this. Don't you ever, and I mean ever, do this yourself.
My son's been playing Pokemon Go recently. He just picked it up and he's very excited about it. And it's causing him to get out and go on 14-mile bike rides all the time and get outside because you have to, collect your Pokemon. And I've been like, all right, as far as video games go, I'm glad you're doing this. And he's like, Dad, I made some Pokemon friends too. And I was like, oh, no way. And he's like, yeah. I was downtown and I saw another Pokemon player on the screen and I made friends with a guy, 40-year-old guy.
Oh, man.
He was vaping there in the park. And, anyway, now we're friends. I was like, okay, well, that's great. I'm so psyched for making friends.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Pokemon jokes here I'm not going to make because this is a family podcast, but I think that's a slippery slope. Am I wrong that they missed an opportunity to play the Greg Allman song "I'm No Angel" in this episode?
That would have been good.
Or is that a hat on a hat? I guess.
And do we know if "Arise My Soul" A is a typo? Is the A really supposed to be in there?
Maybe there's an "Arise My Soul" B and "Arise My Soul" C. Maybe the whole series of them. Don't be behind a black screen and start barking orders, Hein.
Story Mill Media.
The war is over, and both sides lost. Kingdoms were reduced to cinders, and armies scattered like bones in the dust. Now the survivors claw to what's left of a broken world, praying the darkness chooses someone else tonight. But in the Shadow Dark, the darkness always wins. This is old school adventuring at its most cruel. Your torch ticks down in real time, and when that flame dies, something else rises to finish the job. This is a brutal rules-light nightmare with a story that emerges organically based on the decisions that the characters make. This is what it felt like to play RPGs in the 80s, and man, it is so good to be back. Join the Glass Cannon podcast as we plunge into the Shadow Dark every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern on youtube.com/theglasscannon with the podcast version dropping the next day. See what everybody's talking about and join us in the dark.
Oh, please, not that music. That music gives me nightmares from my childhood.
Could we get something a little bit lighter, some lighter music here?
Are you a fan of true crime TV shows?
And what about Unsolved Mysteries, the show that jump-started all of our love of true crime?
I'm Ellen Marsh.
And I'm Joey Taranto.
And we host I Think Not, a true crime comedy podcast covering some of the wildest stories from your favorite true crime campy TV shows all the way to unsolved mysteries.
Baby, you will laugh, you will cry, you'll think about true crime in a whole new way, and you'll also ask yourself, who gave these people mics?
New episodes of I Think Not are released every Wednesday with bonus episodes out every Thursday on Patreon.
And every Monday, you can listen to our True Crime Rundown, where we go over the top true crime headlines of the week.
So come and join us wherever you listen to your podcasts.